Okay, hi everybody. This is going to be a quick video to review solving inequalities. As you know, with inequalities, we are always looking with the inequality sign versus the equal sign. So inequality signs are going to be greater than and less than, and then greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. And we know when we graph these have an open circle and these have a closed circle. So we're going to be using these symbols to help us with these problems. And we use the same steps we use when we are solving equations, which are please forgive lovely Violet, although she missed dinner. So we're going to get started with a couple examples. We're going to do example 1. We're going to do 12x plus 2 is less than 14. So this has an inequality sign of less than instead of an equal sign. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow these steps to solve this inequality the same way we would an equation. So when we look at this, there are no parentheses. There are thankfully no fractions. There are no like terms on the same side. There is only one set of variables. There is addition to undo. So we're going to undo addition by subtraction. So we're going to subtract 2 from each side. We get 12x is less than 14. All right, there's no subtraction to undo, there is multiplication. This is a multiplying by 12, so we're going to undo this by dividing by 12. I just saw where I made a careless mistake. 14 minus 2 is in fact going to also give us 12. So let's try this. All right, so we do this, we get 12 divided by 12. Well, we know 12 divided by 12 becomes 1x, which is just x, which is what we want, is less than 12 divided by 12 is 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to graph this on the number line. So we have our number line here. We have 1, 2, we have 0, we have 3. So this is a less than sign, so it's going to be an open circle. So we're going to put an open circle at 1, and x, I always read it with the variable first. So x is less than 1. So the solution to this inequality is all the values less than 1. So what this means is that 1 does not make the inequality true. Any number less than 1 makes the inequality true, not including 1. Okay, so that's how we're going to do our first example. Our second example, example 2, we have here, we have 2p minus 4p is less than or equal to negative 2. So we're going to go through our steps again. I'll do this one in green. There are no parentheses. There are no fractions. There are like terms. 2p minus 4p can be simplified because those are like terms. So what we are going to do is we're going to do 2p minus 4p. It's negative 2p. Less than or equal to negative 2. All right. There's only one set of variables, and there's no addition to undo, and there's no subtraction to undo. There's just multiplication to undo. So we're going to undo this by dividing by negative 2, because that's what we're multiplying by. Now, this is the only difference between equations and inequalities. If we multiply or divide by a negative number, that means that we have to flip the inequality sign. So right here, I'm dividing each side by a negative number. So this side will cancel. I'll keep the variable. And then my inequality sign, if I'm dividing by a negative, is going to flip. And it's going to be, instead of less than or equal to, greater than or equal to a positive 1. So my solution is p is any value greater than or equal to 1. So I have my graph. All right, I'm going to draw my number line. So it's greater than or equal to. So since it is equal to, it is going to have a closed circle, because equal to always has a closed circle, and it's any value greater than 1. So my values greater than 1 are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just that way. Okay, so basically what this means is 1 or any greater number makes the inequality true. Okay, so we're using our same steps we were using before with solving equations, and we're solving inequalities. We're just looking for that multiplication or division by a negative. Okay, so I'm going to clear the screen, and we're going to do a couple more here. So we're going to do number 3. I'm going to try number 3 here. I have -5 times 1 minus 4a is greater than or equal to -5. So same steps are going to follow as before. Are there parentheses? Well, for this one, yes. So we're going to distribute that -5 to both things in parentheses. So -5 times 1 is -5. -5 times -4a is a positive 20a. All right, is greater than or equal to -5. All right, so I took care of my parentheses. You do not see fractions. I do not see like terms on the same side. I only see one variable. I do not see addition to undo, but I do see a subtraction. I have this -5. So I'm going to undo this by adding 5 to each side. I'm going to cancel this. I have 20a is greater than or equal to 0 because -5 plus 5 is 0. My last step is I'm going to undo multiplication with division. I'm going to divide each side by 20. A is greater than or equal to 0. So what this means is 0 or any number greater makes the inequality true. Okay, so if I'm going to graph this, you draw your number line. Your number lines don't have to be perfect. All right, just more to help you see your answers here. So this is a closed circle at 0, and anything greater than 0 means we're going to be shading to the right. Okay, so that's showing that we could do 1 could be a solution, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on and on and on. Okay? So we're going to do 2 more examples very quickly. I do suggest that with all of these that you maybe pause the video, try it yourself, and then check your answer as I go over it. All right, so number 5 or 4, we're going to do number 4, not number 5. Actually, let me erase that, make it better. Hold on. All right, number 4. Number 4 we have here is -2 times 8 or x plus 8 plus 2x plus 6 is less than or equal to 5. So this is a longer one. We're still going to go through our steps here. So there are parentheses. We're going to take care of those first by distributing this -2. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times 8 is -16. All right, we're going to bring down this plus 2x plus 6 is less than or equal to 5. Okay? There are no fractions. There are like terms here. We actually have 2 sets of like terms. We have -2x and 2x. And we have -16 and 6. All right, so well, -2x and 2x are actually going to cancel each other out to 0. -16 and 6 will add up to be -10. We bring down is less than or equal to 5. Now, I want us to pause and think about what happened here. What this means is that there's no more variable. So it's either going to be no solution or infinitely many solutions, or all real numbers is what we call infinitely many. So we look at this problem, is -10 less than or equal to 5? Yeah, this is a true statement. So because this is true, we're going to say this is all real numbers, which y'all know there's a lot of real numbers, or infinitely many. So that is our solution. This means that any number, any value, makes this inequality true. Okay, if I want to graph this on the number line, you just draw your number line, and since any number can be an answer here, we are literally going to shade the entire thing. The entire line will be shaded solid because every number on the line is a solution. Okay, number 5 we're going to try is going to be 7x plus 4 is greater than 4 times 1 plus x plus 3x. Okay, So what I want you guys to do is pause it and try this. Okay, if you paused it and tried it, what you should have seen is, hey, this does have parentheses, so we're going to distribute the 4. So if 7x plus 4 is greater than 4 plus 4x plus 3x. There are no fractions in example 5. There are, however, like terms. There is 4x and 7x. So we end up with 4 plus 7x on this side and 7x plus 4 on this side. So right now, some of you guys might be noticing something happening here. There are variables on both sides. There's a 7x and a 7x. So I'm going to subtract that from each side. I'm left with 4 is greater than 4. My variables canceled here, and what's left is 4 is greater than 4. 4 is not greater than 4. 4 is equal to 4, but that's not what this inequality says. It says 4 is greater than 4. That's not true. So this is not true. This is not a true statement. So we say this is no solution. So what this means is that no value will make this inequality true. So if we were talking about the number line here, if no value will make this true, our number line is literally a blank number line. We just leave it blank. There's nothing to it. We just leave it like that. So I hope this helps you guys review solving 1, 2, and multi-step inequalities. If you guys have any questions or need anything else, please let me know. And I hope that you have a great day.